Powered by Penguin. Merry Christmas, written by Mary Ann O'Connor, narrated by Ellie Perry.
We at Penguin Random House Australia
acknowledge that Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples
are the traditional custodians
and the first storytellers of the lands on which we live and work.
We honour Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples' continuous connection to country,
waters, skies
and communities.
We celebrate Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander stories,
traditions and living cultures.
And we pay our respects to elders past and present.
For my sister Linda, a true romantic. Part 1, The Red Fox. Chapter 1, November 12th, 1909. Blast and double blast, Mary exclaimed to herself. Her breath curled in plumes through the cold morning air as she pushed back her wayward hair, and bent down to peer at the broken bike chain. How on earth it had managed to slip and sag in the first place, let alone wedge itself inside the spokes of the back wheel, she'd never know. Anyone would think it was cursed, this part of the forest track. Emily certainly did. Mary frowned, unwilling to let her mind wander down such superstitious paths. As much as she adored her younger sister, Mary had to ignore some of her more fanciful ideas. Emily believed every ghost story in the village, and her wild imagination was a force to be reckoned with. In general, she was far too romantic and theatrical, and her recent engagement to David had only made her more so. Said engagement was all Emily talked of since their whirlwind courtship in London, and her constant litany had been nearing on unbearable this week with David's impending arrival in town. Mary didn't need her sister's penchant for wide-eyed drama to take root now and threaten to cloud her own judgment as well. The track is not cursed, it never was, she told herself firmly, dragging the brand-new, if now useless bike over to the nearest tree. She stared at it, placing her hands on the hips of her trousers. "Oh well, no use crying over spilt bike," she said out loud, as if the ridiculous-looking thing could answer. Emily had won the coin toss as to what colour their father should paint their new shared bicycle, and yellow had been her immediate choice. It was her sister's favourite hue, although it was hardly Mary's. Perhaps arriving in town sans bike today wouldn't be too bad an eventuation after all, if only she wasn't going to be late. Mary squinted up at the sky, glad to see there was no sign of rain because there was nothing else for it. She'd have to walk. A schoolroom of 30-odd children wouldn't stay sitting idle for long. And God only knew what the board would have to say if she was forced to explain herself yet again this month. At least she was wearing her trousers today. The board...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?